Every guy asks the same question. How long does it take for me to see gains? Is it 2 weeks? Is it 2 months? Perhaps 2 years? And I don't blame you because the internet is full of false promises. Gain 1 inch in 30 days. Permanent results in 6 weeks only. But how long does it actually take if you cut through the BS and stick to science? First of all, let's start with the lies. Any company that promises you 1 inch in a month, it's a total scam. Pills that claim permanent enlargement in 30 days are 100% scams. And even pump brands or extender brands that claim you might be able to gain 2 inches in 3 months are also a total lie and perhaps a scam. If it sounds too fast, then it's 100% fake. Because real gains follow biology and not marketing. Tissues expand through a process called mechanical creep or cellular remodeling. And this takes time. Think about braces. Do you put the braces on and you're done with it in a week or 2? No, you wear them for months and years sometimes. Or think about stretching ears with gauges, right? People don't go from like a tiny hole to a massive hole within a couple of weeks. You simply cannot see permanent changes in weeks. However, you see it slowly in millimeters over months. However, those millimeters add up and they become inches. Clinical studies on extenders show measurable gains within 3 to 6 months of consistent use. Typically 0.5 inch to 1 inch in length over the period of that time. Although I'm gonna say that 1 inch in 6 months of permanent gains also sounds quite unrealistic. Maybe some people will get to that, but most won't. Pump studies also show improved girth and erection quality in similar timelines, but only with steady and moderate use. Underusing it and you won't see any results. Overusing it, you get injured and then you also won't see results. So far, no legitimate study have shown inches within weeks. Even if you get gains in the first 2 to 4 weeks, it's usually erection quality that is caused by better blood flow and harder erections. In 2 to 3 months, you might be able to see small, measurable length or girth gains if you are consistent. In over 6 months, you should be able to see permanent results and clear before and after differences. And the guys who stick with it for 12 months and more are the ones that are going to see real significant results. Keep in mind, you don't gain muscles by just going and getting a gym membership. And the same applies to your D. You are not going to gain anything by just purchasing a fancy device. If you go to the gym for a couple of weeks, you're not really going to get any results. And the same applies for your D. If you're just gonna stretch for a couple of weeks and then quit, you're not gonna see anything. The guys who win are the guys who treat it as training, slow, methodical, and consistent. It's not that enlargement doesn't work. It's that men don't work long enough to let biology catch up. The tools definitely help, but only if you stick with them. For length, the best thing is an extender. Mine is called Epic Extender. However, you can use any other quality extender from the market. And for girth and blood flow, which by the way matters more than length, I recommend using a penis pump. Mine is called Epic Pump. However, again, you can pick up any quality pump from the market and it'll do just fine. And if you're looking for supplements that boost nitric oxide and give you harder erections, I've created the Epic Bone. The reason I called it Epic Bone because it helps you bone somebody. But any other L-arginine, L-citrulline supplement would also work. To be honest with you, usually tools that you use don't matter as much as you think, because at the end of the day, it's not the tools that are going to bring the gains, it's the consistency. And I have seen people achieve very impressive gains using the crappiest extenders from the market. And guess what? You are never going to realize if you have gained anything if you are not tracking consistently. Make sure to track bone press length, mid-shaft girth in the exact same conditions every time. And it's now easier than ever to track all those measurements. I've already created the PE Trainer app, which, by the way, reminds you to stretch or pump. It also asks you to track your measurements at the exact same time of the month. And I've also gamified the whole experience by creating a leaderboard that allows you to compete with other users on the app, and it also gives you rewards every time you get an achievement. You can also measure your length and save those photos on the app, safe and secure with a PIN code. And for those that have the Epic Pump or the Epic Pro, it connects automatically to the app via Bluetooth and it logs your sessions automatically on the app. I cannot stress that enough. Tracking is super important because your gains are going to be in millimeters. And those gains over time, once you see them, they are gonna turn into motivation. Motivation keeps you consistent and that allows you to gain even more. Gains may take longer than you want, but they're usually faster than you think. But if you never start, you're never going to see any.